Now, if you're like me, you really enjoyed the mild winter that we had, but we knew that we were probably going to pay for it with increased insects, with the increased chance of freeze damage for some of our crops. And one of the things is we have seen an increased incidence and a much earlier incidence of ticks appearing. So anytime in the spring when you're out enjoying the outdoors, we would just caution you to be on the lookout already for ticks. And one of the most important things to know is the difference. We have two main types of ticks in Kentucky, the Lone Star tick and the dog tick. And here's a graphic here. And if you'll look, on the left is a female Lone Star tick, and on the right is the female American dog tick. And sometimes you'll find really, really small ticks, and a lot of people will call those seed ticks or deer ticks, but actually they're immatures of these type of ticks. Both of these ticks can carry diseases, so it's important to make yourself safe when you're out and you're in any type of brushy area, if you're hiking in the woods, anything like that. There are some precautions that you need to take to make sure you and your family are safe. And one of those is to wear light colored clothing. If you wear light colored clothing, a lot of times you'll be able to see the ticks crawling before they actually bite and go ahead and inject their saliva into your skin and start drawing out blood. And that's where we really get some of that disease transfer. So if you wear light clothing, a lot of times you're able to detect them before they actually make a bite on you. Also, wearing repellent is super important. And what we recommend at the university is that it contains 20 to 30% of DEET. And some people are a little concerned about putting DEET onto their skin, but it is important. That's the best protection that you're going to get. There are some products out there that contain DEET, but it's only like 5% DEET. So you're going to have to reapply this more often, and you might not get as effective control out of this product. There are some other products that do not contain DEET, and if you're going to use them on your clothing, you can use a permethrin type product. So you just want to look at your active ingredients and making sure that you're buying something that's really going to protect you. But any of these products we usually want to reapply every 2 hours. So if you're out on a day-long camping trip, make sure to pack this in your backpack so that you can reapply. Because the concern is we're finding more and more, and even in the state of Kentucky, the Rocky Mountain spotted fever, which is the disease that the dog tick carries, and then ehrlichiosis, which is what the Lone Star tick can actually transmit to humans. Both of these can cause fever, chills, rash, and so it's important to make sure that we don't get bitten, and if we do, that we make sure to properly remove that tick. And here's another graphic just to kind of show you how to properly remove a tick. You want to make sure that you get your tweezers as close to the skin as possible. Don't jerk or don't twist the tick, because you want to make sure that you get all of their little fingerlings as well as the mouth part out of your skin. So you take those tweezers, get it as close to the skin as possible, and then lift directly up with gentle pressure. Because if you leave some in there, it could cause infection, it can cause all kinds of different things that are not desirable. If you have some sensitivity to tick bites, you might want to take that tick and put it in a plastic baggie, label it when you took it off, because that'll be important to test that tick, see what kind it is, and see what diseases that tick might transmit. Now, I know if you're an outdoors enthusiast, you don't want to have a collection of ticks, but if you're concerned about disease transmittal, that is the best thing to do, so that if you do have a rash, because usually it doesn't show up until 1 week later, then you can take that tick and get it positively identified and see, and it'll just increase the time that you have for treatment. If we catch it early, we're much less likely to have problems in the future. So we have all kinds of information about how to protect yourselves, about the tick, this new tick red meat allergy, something that I'm pretty concerned about because I love red meat, but it causes a reaction anytime you eat red meat, and it's caused by ticks. Basically, the ticks transmit this, and then when you have it in your system, you ingest red meat, it attacks those proteins that can make you very sick. And we have had some of those incidences right here in South Central Kentucky. So if you like your red meat, you want to make sure to protect yourself against ticks and not get this red meat allergy. For more information, make sure to contact us at the local extension office. We hope you get out there and enjoy the outdoors, but make sure you stay protected.